Good morning. 7:30. I'm at work. It was a bit grey and this morning, which is a bit of a surprise because the last few days I thought summer had arrived and we had temperatures of 35 degrees, which is great. As you know, I love the heat. So today I think it's going to be a max of about 23, 24, so it's a bit chilly. I had to wear a jacket in this morning. And yeah, it's kind of like British summer weather today, which is not great. But, you know, it's just begun, so I'm sure, well, we're told something to do with, is it the El Nino effects, that we're going to have quite a hot summer. So it's going to be a lot hotter than usual. And I think last year, the year I arrived, it wasn't the best. And it wasn't, there was a few hot days, but it wasn't hot. Not as I remember it from the first few times I was in Australia anyway. So, it's been a week of getting back into the rhythm of work really, after getting back from Thailand. And you always have those holiday blues, and I was like, you know, I wish I was back in Thailand, but you know, you can't holiday forever. And as much as I love the place, Australia's home for the time being. So I was actually talking to our driver in Thailand about buying property, and Nam, and she was saying you can, as a foreigner, I would only be allowed to buy a condominium. You're not allowed to own land in Thailand as a foreign national. And you can pick up a really, really lovely apartment for about $87,000, I believe. So that's something to think about, because, you know, I do love the place, and I could see me sort of living there eventually, at least for part of the year. So who knows? We'll just have to see. I've been sorting out paperwork. So I'm trying at the moment to transfer all my British pensions over to, I was initially going to transfer them over to Australia, but I've been speaking to a personal wealth company based in Dubai. Now I know what you're going to think, this sounds as dodgy as hell, and I thought the same. But I was the one who contacted them. I saw them advertised, and I thought I need to do something with those UK pensions, because they're not going to work for me being in Britain. So we've had a couple of meetings, and he suggested that I keep the money in the UK, but I put it in a wrapper which will allow me to access those funds through euros, Australian dollars, or pounds, and it would be self-administered. I don't know the ins and outs of this. It's really complicated, and as pensions always are. And he said that's the best option. So he sent me through all the figure work, and it seems perfect. I've done my Google reviews, I've checked them out, and it seems absolutely fine. So that's what I'm going to do. I've got another meeting with him on Monday, and I'm going to start transferring those pensions out, because, as I said, they're not doing any good. And I can't, the only way I can access them in the UK when I retire is through drawdown in British pounds. I don't know what inflation is going to be. I don't know what the pound's going to be doing. So this wrapper, as such, should protect me against currency fluctuations and all sorts. So, yeah, I've got to do it. 1 year, been in Australia 1 year, a couple of days ago. And yes, it has been an eventful year. It really has. It's been 12 months of progress. And it's not often I can say that. We've bought a house, as you know. We've got good jobs. So we both passed our probation anyway, so we're in those jobs and working very hard. the money is substantially better over here. It's so much better than what it is in the UK. And, you know, I'm managing an outlet shop, and it's not something, I mean, I have managed before. I've managed shops, I've managed businesses, etc., etc. This is something a little bit different. And it's not, as I said, it's not something I've done, but I'm actually really, really enjoying it now. So it's got to the stage where I feel part of the furniture, which didn't take too long. And yeah, as jobs go, it's great. These are difficult times. So we've got inflation running rampant, and I've told you about the cost of living in Australia many, many, many times. Food is astronomical. It goes up week after week after week. And the 2 weeks we were away in Thailand, and you come back, you really do notice the difference. Otherwise, you know, it's small increments. But when I first came here, it's dramatic. I mean, you complain about food inflation in the UK, but here it is unbelievable. But obviously, mortgage interest rates are going up all the time. Luckily, we bought a property where I can have a reasonable mortgage and I can top that up. So I'm paying, gosh, I'm paying nearly a third more, no, over a third more on the mortgage, and I should be able to clear that down within just over 10 years. Fingers crossed, but that remains to be seen. So we do want to buy another house eventually, and that really will just supplement our income as we get older. But the time is not right at the moment. So, you know, with interest rates as they are, it's just physically impossible. I mean, I'm sort of saving a deposit now, so hopefully down the line, maybe in a year, we will be able to get another property. I only want to get a small one that I can rent out, you know, make some money, you know, $500-600 a week. And, you know, that will help us as we sort of move into that retirement phase. And I know I'm thinking well ahead of myself because I'm 52, and I think the retirement age here was 68. It was slightly more than the UK actually. But, and what's that? So that's 8, 7, that's 16 years. That's quite a way. But, you know, I hadn't really saved for pensions in the UK as such. I've got some, they're not huge. And, you know, I will have access to the state pension if it exists by the time I retire. I don't know. Beard. I've got my old man beard back, and I don't know why. I go through phases of growing this beard. I'll keep it trimmed also, because at the moment it's itching like hell. But sometimes it's just like I suppose it's like a mask to hide behind. And I was looking in the mirror this morning, and I'm like, oh my God, I've got a dimple. I don't know what that is. I think it's where I've been sort of neatening it up, and it's just sort of give me an indentation in my face. And I thought, oh my God, what on earth's going on? Or was that just old age? I don't know. Got to keep an eye on it. So things are going well. The first year's been brilliant. It is home. Australia is home, at least for the time being. We're not too sure whether it will be, you know, it will feature long term in our lives, whether we sort of go somewhere like Thailand or back to Spain. We just do not know. We're just going to take it each day as it comes. And with the economy of the world and the state it's in, that's all you can do anyway. So, to all of you, thanks for all your support over the last year. It's been really welcome. As I said, I try and keep in contact with as many of you as I can. And, you know, as Christmas approaches, I'll be sending out Christmas cards, obviously. And it just keeps that connection to the rest of the world, which I do need, because it is a quiet life here and it is very different. And at times you do feel like you've retired. So I need that connection still. So thanks again, and look forward to talking to you over the next year.